If you've been dealing with pain on the outside part of your knee every time you squat, run, or go downstairs, you may have IT band syndrome or iliotibial band syndrome. It's the second leading cause of injury in runners, and it can be a real nuisance to treat. Have you been using a foam roll, painfully rolling back and forth, massaging your leg, trying to get IT band syndrome to go away? If so, you can stop. You have my permission. In this video, I'm going to talk about the research of what causes IT band syndrome, and more importantly, you can ditch the foam roll because I'm going to show you 3 exercises you can do that's going to treat the root cause of IT band pain so you don't have to go through any more painful massage. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Kevin Vandy, physical therapist and running specialist, here to tell you all about what causes IT band syndrome and how to get rid of it with 3 simple exercises. Just take a moment, do me a favor, go ahead, hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notifications when my future videos come out. So what is your IT band or iliotibial band? Basically, it's a band of connective tissue that starts up here at your gluteus maximus, your butt muscle, your TFL, your front of your hip muscle. That fascia or connective tissue comes together and then forms a band of connective tissue, a fascia, called your IT band pain that comes down and attaches to the lateral part of your knee. It's mainly affected when you hit about 20 to 30 degrees of knee bend. That's when the IT band courses or rolls over your lateral femoral condyle at the outside part of your knee. Now, previous research thought that pressure point, that rolling over of the IT band on the femoral condyle on your knee is what caused IT band pain. What they found recently, that's not exactly the case. Actually, what happens is tension in the entire IT band from the top of your hip down to the outside part of your knee, tension in that band pushes down on your knee, and what sits there is a adipose tissue, so fat, and you have a bursa, which is a fluid-filled sac that sits in 30% of the population, sits in that area, and as the IT band gets tense and taut, it causes compression of that fat tissue and your bursa, and that's what causes pain. So, why would you then take a foam roll and add additional compression to the area that's already inflamed? That's why foam rolling can feel good temporarily because you're addressing tightness in your lateral quad and hamstring, but direct pressure on the place that hurts is not the solution to the problem. You have to fix what's causing tension in the entire tissue. So we've talked about how tension in your IT band pain from the top of the IT band at the top of your ilium all the way down to the outside of your knee is the main driver of IT band pain, which is the compression of the fat pad and the fat adipose tissue that sits underneath the IT band. Question is, what causes tension in the IT band? With running, there's a couple things. First, biomechanically. I'm going to show you a video that shows crossover. Basically, when you take the midline of your body, and as you're running, if your right foot crosses over the midline or your left foot crosses over the midline, as you can see in this video, that crossover increases pressure and tension on your IT band every time you cross over. When you combine that with foot pronation, when your foot caves inward, that's also been shown to be a main driver of tension in your IT band. So 2 main things with running biomechanics. Crossover and increased foot pronation cause tension in the IT band. And there's one more that does make a difference, and that's pelvic drop. Whenever your pelvis drops to the opposite side, common when you have weakness and decreased activation of your gluteus medius and maximus, when you have less core control, and when you haven't trained single leg running activities to build good pelvic control. So those are the 3 biomechanical causes of IT band pain in runners in general. A lack of gluteus medius strength and activation is part of the problem. A lack of foot control or foot core, all the muscles inside your foot, your posterior tibialis, the tissue that runs up the inside part of your leg and controls pronation. You need to build up that. And finally, you need the proper coordination between your core and your pelvis to help decrease tension in the entire entire IT band pain. When you solve those things, when you solve the root cause of the problem, that's going to be your fix of IT band pain. Now, the foam rolling, the self-massage, the Theragun, all that can be really helpful, but it's just treating the symptoms and not the cause. The 3 exercises I'm going to show you now will help correct pelvic drop, will help correct your control of your leg in single leg positions like running, and will work dynamically, meaning you can control your pelvis and leg in fast positions like running and slow positions like going down the stairs. So here are the drills. The first exercise I'm going to show you is called a side-lying hip abduction. The goal here is to build up strength of your gluteus medius, your side hip muscle, but more importantly, to build up its endurance. One of the things they found in research is that it wasn't the overall strength of the gluteus medius that made a difference, but is how well it resisted fatigue, which for runners, when you take 1,500 steps a mile, endurance is paramount. So this drill is going to help build the strength, but more importantly, build the endurance of your gluteus medius muscle. So what you're going to do, you're going to come up into a side-lying, a side bridge here, and what you're going to do is you're going to extend this leg. That's the key part. This knee has to be locked tight. From there, you're going to press your butt forward, and you're going to do repeated lifts here at the end range of motion. You should feel this in the outside part of the hip, and you want to work till fatigue. That may be 10 reps, that may be 30 reps, whatever that is for you it is, but just work till you can't hold the form anymore. And you want to do that for 2 to 3 sets, 3 times a week to build the endurance of your gluteus medius. All right, the next exercise we're going to go through is a Bulgarian split squat with external rotation resistance with the band. This is going to help us control the pelvis and control position of the knee, which is going to reduce pressure on the IT band pain. So you're going to have your foot up on a bench or a stair behind you. Your foot's going to be further enough in front of you that you don't feel any stretch in your opposite side hip flexor, because that will put too much strain on that side and rotate your pelvis. Goal is to keep your pelvis pointing forward and knee pointing forward. You're going to start upright. You're going to drop down into a running position so that your knee stays pointing over your toes. You don't want your knee to roll inward, and you don't want your foot to pronate. So be sure to control and contract the muscles in your foot. And as you come down, you're going to hold 1, 2, 3, keeping good alignment. Come back up. Drop 1, 2, 3. Come back up. You should feel that in your stance side glute and quad. Now, keys here. Don't let the knee roll in. Don't let the foot collapse, and don't let your pelvis drop to the side opposite of your stance leg. Keep it equal and neutral. Again, you want to do this till fatigue. You want to make sure that you're not selling yourself short by doing too few reps. So probably in the order of 10, 15, 20 reps till you really feel it in your stance side glute, and take a break, and you're probably going to do 2 to 3 sets a few times a week to get the endurance built up in your gluteus medius, which is going to reduce the tension in your IT band. The third and final drill you're going to do is called a point of emphasis hip hike. And what that means is you're going to get into a running position, so you're going to bend this knee up like you're driving through during swing phase. You're going to come down into a slight knee bend, no more than you would when you're running, which is about here. And then what you're going to do, you're going to take your pelvis and you're going to lift it up to the ceiling and bring it to neutral. Lift it up to the ceiling, bring it to neutral. The key is don't let your knee come in and don't let your foot pronate. This is going to build your ability to control your pelvis during running. And again, this is for endurance. Do it as long as you can till you get tired. If you feel it in your quad or you feel it in your hamstring, make sure you sit back into the hip hinge and just lift through your pelvis. All right, there you have it. 3 exercises you can use to treat the root cause of IT band syndrome and ditch the painful foam roller for good. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell to get more of my videos. As always, train smarter and perform better.